Gengke once said, God sanctioned marriage between a man and a woman has been the basis of civilization for thousands of years. There is no justification for redefining what marriage is. Such is not our right, and those who try will find themselves answerable to God. And also, in the family, a proclamation to the world, we read that the family is ordained of God. And the first commandment that God gave to Adam and Eve pertained to the potential for parenthood as husband and wife. We declare that God's commandment for his children to multiply and replenish the earth remains in force. We further declare that God has commanded that the sacred powers of procreation are to be employed only between men and women lawfully wed as husband and wife. Dear friends, I am so grateful to have this privilege to address you about a practice now quite prevalent for unmarried couples to live together, and this is a counterfeit of marriage. They suppose that they shall have all that marriage can offer without the obligation connected with it. They are wrong. Living together without marriage destroys something inside all who participate in it, like virtue, self-esteem, and wither, and this is a dangerous practice for all the human society.
In order to better help you understand this danger, let me define these two concepts which are marriage and cohabitation. What is marriage? Heavenly Father established the divine pattern of marriage with Adam and Eve in the Garden of Eden when he blessed them after creating both. Marriage is the full and free commitment alliance between a man and a woman, complementing union between both in which they become one physically on the whole of life. And also, it is an agreement that you will take care of each other for life, regardless of life's ups and downs. You will stick it out together through thick and thin. And what cohabitation? Cohabitation it's an arrangement where two people who are not married live together. The commitment of living together isn't like that at all. It is simply a month-to-month without agreement. As also you have behavior, as long as you have behaved yourself and keep me happy, I'll stick around. Cohabitation, sometimes called de facto marriage, and is becoming more commonly known as a substitute for conventional marriage, and that is a danger for the world. Research indicates that couples living together are more likely to experience violence and higher levels of relational unhappiness. If you are living with your boyfriend or girlfriend with the hope to avoid heartbreak, You are likely setting yourself up for failure. According to Julie Slattery from the Today's Christian Woman article titled Why Living Together is a Test Run for Marriage. You may believe that living together is a good way to find out if you are compatible. You may look also as it as a sort of test drive that will improve your chances for marital success. While this seems to make sense intuitively, actually the opposite is true. Research indicates that couples who cohabit before marriage have 50% higher divorce rate than those who don't. These couples also have higher rates of domestic violence and more likely to be involved in sexual affairs. If a cohabitating couple get pregnant, there is a high probability that the man will leave the relationship within 2 years, resulting in a single mom raising a fatherless child. According to the statistic gathered by U.S. Attorney Legal Services, living together before living together before getting married doesn't accomplish the goal well. A couple who does not live together prior to getting married has a 20% chance of being divorced within 5 years. But if the couple has lived together beforehand, that number jumps to 49%. Part of the problem was that cohabitators, studies suggest, slide into marriage without much consideration. And the finding of one recent study showed that and suggests there may be less motivation for cohabitating partners to develop their conflict resolution and support skills.
And during the cohabitation, we disobeyed God's commandment over the marriage that it was instituted by Him, the Garden of Eden, between our first parent. Each time we stick to do what pleases us by ignoring the commandment of God, we suffer the consequences. And in this case, it is the next generation of our society that will pay the consequences of our disobedience. And I found an interesting subject from a writer named Don Weston of Michigan, where he enumerates 20 reasons we should not live together before marriage. And I would like today share 10 of them with you. Man said, those who live together before marriage, first, have the least likely to marry each other. Second, have higher separation and divorce rates. Third, have higher risk for contracting HIV and other sexually transmitted disease because of infidelity. Have risk for having an unwanted pregnancy. Fifth, likely to have a fleeting romance rather than a lasting relationship. Fifth, sixth, the lasting commitment of responsibilities. Seventh, have more difficulty resolving conflicts. Eighth, often suffer in guilt. Ninth, often lay a foundation distrust and lack of respect. And tenth, often do so to prove they love to their partner. I believe in marriage. I believe it to be the ideal pattern of human living. I know it to be ordained of God. The restraint relating to it and to protect our happiness. If you have been tempted to enter such a relationship, or if you now live with another without marriage, please leave. Withdraw from it. Run away from it. Do not continue with it. Or if you can, make a marriage out of it. Thank you.